What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and it's Top 10 Thursday. A few weeks ago, we took a look at the great games that never got a sequel. Fantastic franchises that were gone too soon. But sometimes, you also have the opposite problem as well. You see a series that's run out of ideas, but keeps getting new entries anyways. This is most of the time due to greedy companies trying to make a quick buck. So this week, we're looking at those on my list of the top 10 game series that need to die. Number 10. Gears of War. Originally released in 2006, Gears changed the way people saw competitive gaming. With tons of weapons, creative combat, and savage monsters to fight, it was a huge hit. The next two games expanded on the world and give us more backstory into the war, while also giving us bigger battlefields for blowing stuff up. By the time Gears of War Judgment came out, the team was clearly out of energy. It's like the heart and soul of the project is gone, and what we're left with is a broken shell. This October, we're getting another Gears title, and somehow it looks even more lifeless. Please guys, give it a rest. Number 9. Mario Party. This high-jumping plumber and his friends have gone on many adventures, including some wacky side quests. From racing karts to becoming a professional soccer star and even being transformed into paper, Mario has done quite a bit, but my favorite spin-off has always been Mario Party. It really was the ultimate series for short-term fun. You could just sit down with a few buddies and kill an hour scoring points, competing in mini-games and setting traps for each other. It's a shame that Mario Party 10 was a sloppy mess. How did they make such a bright and colorful experience so dull and boring? If you get a craving for multiplayer fun, do yourself a favor and stick with the classics. Number 8. Sonic the Hedgehog. Where do I even begin with this one? Sonic managed to spin dash his way to massive fame in the 90s with his lightning-fast, side-scrolling platformers. I mean, sure they look simple now, and yet they still work so well. As time went on, Sega became obsessed with finding new directions to take this hero. Sonic has gone 3D, grown stupid stick legs, and his series has devolved into a jumbled pile of glitches. His newest entry, Sonic Boom, is one of the lowest rated games ever on the Wii U. Despite this abysmal reception, Sega went ahead and started working on direct sequels. This is like serving someone dinner and they hate it so much they vomit, but for some reason you decide to just go ahead and serve them dessert. They really need to give us a few years to forget all about Sonic Boom. Number 7. Skylanders. I know what you're thinking. Skylanders seems a little bit out of place on this list, but let me explain exactly why it's important for this to be killed off. This is a franchise that has an evil habit of consuming other series. For those who haven't tried it, Skylanders is a game where you place action figures on a power pad that transports them into a level. In an effort to keep fans interested, they use their money to buy up the rights of better-known characters. Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, and a large cast of backup minor characters can now all join forces. This is actually my main problem with it. Because of this lame excuse of a Pokemon ripoff, we're missing out on decent sequels from these heroes. I mean, come on, we deserve a real next-gen version of Crash Bandicoot. Number 6. World of Warcraft. At the height of its popularity, WoW had a staggering 12 million players. When you multiply that by the $15 each person is paying per month, you have enough billions of dollars to hire some of the best developers in the world. Unfortunately, Blizzard didn't take that path at all. Instead, they decided to churn out bad expansions back to back, angering their dedicated user base and making people think that the Warcraft brand was basically dead. What really grinds my gears about the failure of World of Warcraft is that it means realistically we're never gonna see Warcraft 4. Essentially, we have a poorly maintained MMO feeding off the name of perhaps the most loved real-time strategy series ever. It makes me wonder how empty the servers have to get before they finally shut this project down and give us a proper Warcraft to play once again. Number 5. The Sims. Life itself is a game. Whether you're planning out how to get a promotion at work or thinking of a nice surprise for your girlfriend, everything is about finding that extra bit of joy in existence. The Sims is a rare title that managed to bottle that up in digital form. By crafting our own little family, we get to live out their trials and tribulations. Over time though, it got a bit stale. Adding in pets, vacations, and a few evil ghosts freshened things up slightly, but it soon became clear that The Sims had reached its limit. That hasn't stopped Electronic Arts from trying to force a few more releases. Honestly, they should just port this onto the PlayStation Vita and 3DS and then be done with it. Sims on the go is cool, but another sequel is just unnecessary. Number 4. Star Fox. Nintendo has really been on a losing streak lately. As Wii U sales remain low and profits worldwide sinking, they attempted something drastic to win back support. They cranked out a new Star Fox. While initial news made this sound like a fantastic mix of the classic Nintendo 64 game and next-gen graphics, what landed this year was instead a clunky mess of horrible controls and short levels. Putting this on the list really hurts me. I grew up loving this fuzzy fighter pilot, but there's no denying that he's basically ruined. All we can do is put away the amiibos, play another round of Smash Brothers, and hope they give this another shot. Number 3. Halo. Master Chief is an important figure, not just in his own storyline, but also as a gaming icon. This series revolutionized console shooters, and it played a major part in helping Microsoft build up Xbox Live. Bungie made a game that's not just ridiculously fun, but also surprisingly deep. The original Halo trilogy really pushed boundaries, but you could tell that these developers didn't want to be shackled to the franchise forever, so they sold the series to Microsoft. What followed were two games that felt very lackluster. Halo 4 and 5 are decent, but the magic is clearly gone. The driving passion that made Master Chief unique is missing, and now he's just another hollow space marine. Number 2. Assassin's Creed. As an experiment, off the top of your head, try and guess how many Assassin's Creed games there are. Seriously, think hard. Want to know the answer? Since its initial launch in 2007, we've had over 20 games in the series, and that's not even counting the board game. Yes, there is a board game. Ubisoft took a solid idea and drove it straight into the ground. Having a plot that revolves around a man trapped in a dangerous future, diving into the past to uncover ancient secrets was genius. Sadly, the charm died long ago. At this point, most people are just wondering how many more excuses they can come up with to take us to different places in history. Number 1. Call of Duty. It's kind of funny how hated this title has become. It's not that the games are pure trash, they're just the least creative projects on the planet. From its simple roots in World War II to battles with robot soldiers, there's clearly a desire to innovate. The problem is they don't know how. The change in setting is nice, but they all play exactly the same. It almost feels like buying new skins for an identical game every single year. Looking at the sales numbers, it's pretty obvious that fans have basically abandoned Call of Duty, so do us a favor, Activision. Kill COD, take all that money and invest it in something completely original. For its repetitive gameplay, greedy season pass practices, and stupid spaceships, I am giving this my pick as the series that absolutely needs to die. Did your most hated franchise not make the list? Got an idea for a future top 10? Leave it in the comments down below. You know what? I have a feeling that this is probably going to be one of my most controversial top 10s I've ever done. Mostly due to the fact that I put Sonic on the list. You know what, Sonic fans? It's time to face facts. The Hedgehog needs to be put down. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Now I'm gonna go strangle this hedgehog. I used to love you. What happened? Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.